Attention passionate Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Buffalo Bills' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Buffalo Bills fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Buffalo, BILLSFANS. Let's get to the news, all right, folks. Let's dive into some explosive rumors that are shaking the NFL landscape, especially for Bills fans. Word on the street is that the Minnesota Vikings, sitting at a dismal 3-13 after a disastrous 2025 season, are contemplating a major rebuild move that could reshape the AFC East. The buzz is that they might be looking to trade star wide receiver Justin Jefferson to the Buffalo Bills. Now, I know what you're thinking. Justin Jefferson? That's a game changer, right? Well, buckle up because this potential deal could be one of the most significant moves we've seen in recent years, and it's got huge implications not just for the Bills, but for the entire division and even the conference. Sources indicate that the Vikings, who have struggled to find consistency and are now facing a tough rebuild after their 2025 struggles, could be willing to part ways with Jefferson in exchange for a first-round pick in 2026 and a third-rounder in 2027 from the Bills. Why would Minnesota do this? Well, they're sitting on a cap space of around $20 million, but they're also looking to fix some of their bigger issues, especially along the offensive line, which has been a sieve, allowing 55 sacks last season. They're prioritizing bolstering their OL, extending contracts for young talents like J.J. McCarthy, and clearing cap space to make a fresh start. Trading Jefferson would free up about $31 million in cap space for the Vikings, giving them flexibility to rebuild from the ground up. But let's talk about Jefferson himself. This guy is a true offensive missile. He's the kind of receiver who can light up the field with his speed, route running, and YAC ability. Jefferson has amassed 460 receptions for over 100 yards and 44 touchdowns over his career, averaging about 110 yards per game. In 2025 alone, he racked up 122 catches for nearly 800 yards and 16 touchdowns, with 170 targets, a YAC of 720 yards, and a yards per route average of 3.2. His catch rate in contested situations is impressive, with a contested catches percentage of 62%, and he's proven to be a reliable deep threat, with a deep success rate of about 66%. His metrics aren't just numbers, they scream elite, especially when you compare him to some of the best receivers in the league. Jefferson's playing style is reminiscent of Calvin Johnson in his prime, big, fast, and able to make plays in contested catch situations. His ability to create separation, averaging 5 yards of space per route, combined with his run-blocking grade of 82, makes him a Swiss Army knife for any offense. His EPA per target is a solid 0.44, and he's rarely dropped passes, 0 drops in 2025. He's healthy, consistent, and a nightmare matchup for defenses. The Vikings, despite their struggles, have a player who can redefine an offense, and that's precisely why the Bills might see him as the missing piece to elevate their aerial attack to new heights. Now, why would the Bills be interested? Well, Buffalo finished 12-4 last season, but their passing game, especially downfield, has shown some limitations. Averaging around 240 yards per game through the air, they're in need of a true game-breaking receiver who can stretch defenses, create mismatches, and open up the entire offense. Adding Jefferson to the mix alongside Khalil Shakir could be a game-changer. Imagine Jefferson lining up, drawing double coverage, freeing up space for Shakir, or even opening opportunities for Keon Coleman, who's been quietly developing and has shown flashes of becoming a reliable target in the future. With Jefferson on board, the Bills' offense could reach new levels. We're talking about an offense that could average over 300 yards passing per game, with Jefferson's ability to generate +1, 300 yards and boost EPA pass by around 20%. His presence would also create mismatches against safeties and cornerbacks, allowing Josh Allen to exploit defenses in ways we've only dreamed of in recent seasons. The Bills' offensive efficiency could skyrocket, especially considering their already potent run game with Cook, which could see a +15% efficiency boost, further opening up play-action opportunities. Allen's EPA per target could see an increase of about 0.4, turning him into an even more lethal threat in the pocket. And let's not forget the ripple effect. Adding Jefferson could dramatically improve Buffalo's red zone success, pushing it from a decent rate to elite levels, and help reduce turnovers. The Bills' offense, which was already formidable under Ken Dorsey's play calling, could become one of the top units in the league again, similar to their 2022 campaign when they led the NFL in total yardage and had one of the most explosive offenses we've seen in recent memory. Now, this potential move isn't just about gaining a star receiver. It's about reshaping the Bills' Super Bowl odds and their positioning in the AFC. With Jefferson, the Bills' chances of reaching Super Bowl LXI would see a significant boost, with odds improving from plus 1,200 to plus 600, a 50% increase. That's a huge vote of confidence from the betting markets, and it's reminiscent of the Dolphins' surge after acquiring Tyreek Hill last year. Jefferson's ability to produce explosive plays on a regular basis would serve as a catalyst for Buffalo's offense, making them even more dangerous in the playoffs. In terms of playoff impact, Jefferson's presence could increase Buffalo's win probability against top defenses by around 17% in man coverage situations. He's a nightmare for defenses, especially when it comes to explosive receptions and limiting blitzes. His EPA per target against blitz-heavy defenses is around -1.8, which means he can be a real X-factor when defenses try to bring pressure. His ability to create big plays under pressure could be pivotal in tight playoff games, where every yard and every point matters. The trade, if it happens, would mark a shift toward an offense that echoes the Kelly-era Bills, fast, aggressive, and explosive. It's a move that signals a clear intent to chase multiple Super Bowls, not just one. For the Vikings, it's a rebuild move, but for the Bills, it could be the final piece to their championship puzzle. The team's current roster, with Josh Allen leading the charge and a talented group of receivers, would be elevated to a new level of offensive dominance. Of course, nothing is certain until an official announcement, but the signs are pointing toward a very real possibility. The NFL offseason is always full of surprises, but this one could be a game changer. Imagine a Bills offense with Jefferson stretching the field, Allen making those off-schedule throws, and the entire division feeling the heat. It's an exciting time for Bills fans, and we'll be watching closely to see if this potential blockbuster comes to fruition. In the end, this move could define the Bills' next era, one where they aim not just to contend, but to dominate. Jefferson's addition would be a statement, a declaration that the Bills are serious about their Super Bowl ambitions. So stay tuned, Bills Mafia. The offseason is heating up, and this story is far from over. We're about to see if the front office pulls the trigger and transforms this team into a true NFL powerhouse. And now, Buffalo Bills fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Buffalo Bills. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Buffalo Bills news.